some bit. You're listening to the True Bull Virtual Cast with Goonie and Nemo.
Yep.
Is it true? Is it bull?
Yep.
You decide.
Yep.
That's right.
Hey, tape recorder, listen to this. What you all up to, San Antonio?
Oh, gosh. Welcome.
Welcome, Belgium.
Yep. Welcome, Brussels. Episode 232 of the True Bull Virtual Cast with Goonie and Nemo. Brought to you by J&T Mechanical.
We got one stupid show for
House
ya.
of Hughes.
Stupider
and
show.
Recorded, as always, live on stage in front of a studio.
Plastic audience. Yeah, thanks to Josh Downs and his Red Line Guns.
Exactly. And
we can still be talking and singing and a-crippin' and a-stinking.
And thanks to Tracy and
Teresita.
And
thanks to
John
us
Fest.
for continuing to take the blows.
Oh, yes. And do it our way.
Punched while we're down, but we still come out here every week. So we're going to thank ourselves.
Thank you, Goonie. Thank you, Nemo.
Shout-outs and shut-ups.
That's
so
right.
We are shouting out to ourselves, and everybody else can shut up. While we're shutting up and shouting out, came up with this concoction that it sounds pretty good.
We're going to have ourselves an
tastes
impromptu MVP Vix mix pick. It's a VMP VD.
Try and say that slow 9 times.
You don't know how slow I am, Hito.
So what do we have again?
We have in our 40 Creek whiskey glasses, or decanters, I guess. Smirnoff, spicy tamarind.
Oh, you got to love that.
And Mountain Dew. That's right.
It's just a regular Mountain Dew.
Regular Mountain Dew.
Okay, we'll take a taste. Take a taste.
Let's
and
go.
Let's get fired up. Dude, I dig the little sting it gives you.
Yeah, and you know, I think I might have said this back in season 1.
Yes.
But Mountain Dew was originally created by moonshiners because they needed something to mix with their moonshine, and it didn't really go well with sodas that they had at the time. So they created Mountain Dew as the perfect spoil to the moonshine that they made.
Is that truth or bull?
That is true. If you look at the original commercials for it, you had the little moonshiner, and he had his little the Mountain Dew. They used to have the little the moonshine decanter, the jug.
Is that the one that said it'll tickle your
It'll
innards?
tickle your innards. Yep.
How
I
about
tell you
that?
what. Look at that one, and that's the moonshiner guy.
Do you have a reason why it glows in the dark?
Well, yeah, because that's the
Don't tell me during Prohibition.
It was the fluorophosphate gymnanas. They didn't want it to have dark. Didn't want it dark.
The fluorophosphate what?
And then
I think I've heard of the Seminonas.
Right. They're
about
kind of like the Sinaloa cartel,
Okay.
but different. This is the moonshine trade.
We'd like to thank the University Health Science Center of San Antonio for giving us the smarts to talk about Himalawahas and Zoalans.
We have some nerve talking about that right now.
Right.
I'm just going to continue drinking this because it's freaking great.
Okay, tape recorder. While he's drinking away over there,
sweet
I'm just going to talk to you about what we're going to be speaking about this morning.
Okay, morning.
Yes.
It's afternoon.
Hey, don't worry about it. Forget about it.
Oh, by the way, it is Wednesday, September the 20th, and we are still live from the Tactical Finish Nemosa Studios.
I wonder if it's still the 20th in Belgium.
I think we're getting close to the 21st.
Okay.
So, Guten Tag und Freizeit, Thursday, in Frangres, Bundas, and Phosphoro Bandasco State.
Wow.
So that's what Mountain Dew in Brussels.
Okay, Don Freuchen.
Hey, Jürgen McClurgen.
Okay, where are we today? What are we doing? What are we talking about? We have already talked about this
Nothing.
Vic pick. So
MVP.
we've already thanked all of our
MVP.
sponsors. Let's go into the reason why we have sponsors and talk every week. We have plenty of events coming up.
Gotcha.
So give us one. What event?
We're actually going to be at the Roundup.
Who's that?
Virtual Country.
All right.
And which means also, Nemo and Goonie from the True Bull Virtual Cast will be there as well.
And DJ Renee?
And DJ Naster.
All right.
Julian the drummer will be there. And Mikey Leroy on bass.
The one and blow me.
And also special guest the man who made a lot of magic on our original album. Johnny Gross will be playing some fiddle and some steel. As always, it's great to be there with him because it's the full band. It's the full band experience, and it's the full original band. So we're glad to have him. But don't wait to get your tickets. All of the
What do you mean? Are they gone?
All of the VIP is sold out. All of the tables are sold out. They've got left
Nonsense. Just to go and see Virtual Country?
Oh yeah, and 2 Tons of Steel and William Beckman. But hey,
okay. Well,
first, if you're
we're
not
in there somewhere.
If you're not first, you're last.
Yep,
so
we're in
we're
there.
first. We get to play first.
Dun.
Doors are going to open at 5.
Okay.
We're going to take the stage at 6:30.
All right.
To 7:30. 8 p.m. to 9, you're going to have 2 Tons of Steel.
Yay.
And then closing down the night, 9:30 to 11, is going to be William Beckman. Puts on a great show. Texas born and bred, El Paso, Texas. He's got a good country feel, but he's also got a good Mexican feel to it, kind of like an old, cantina music kind of feel. Yeah. He's got a good vibe, and he's a young guy.
Oh, I can't wait to taste some of that born and bred.
Yes, bone-in meat. So anyway, bone-in wings. Speaking of me, make sure you get your general admission tickets. You can go to therounduptx.com. And
how
look
much
at the
are the
events.
tickets?
They're $25
Okay.
right now. The day of the event, and they may not be available by then because the VIP is already sold out, and they had to reopen another area, because they had already sold out the first general admission area. So they opened up another area.
Okay.
So it's going to go. I don't think it's going to make it, but if you do try to buy tickets on the day of, it's going to be $35. So save yourself $10
and drop a line. In Nemo's box.
Exactly. And make sure, if you do have kids, it is family friendly. It's a family friendly event. It's a Bergheim Volunteer Fire Department fundraiser. So it's family. It's
I have to ask, but I don't think it's going to be hard-boiled egg friendly.
Yes, exactly. That is also true.
Don't bring your eggs.
Don't bring your eggs.
Okay.
But if you want to bring your kids under 12 are going to be free.
All right.
Anybody over that age of 13 and up is going to need a general admission ticket. But 12 and under, like I said, they want to be family friendly, and they don't want to have to charge, families of 4 or 5.
So over 12 inches, over 12 feet, what?
Years.
Oh, okay. Don't forget to get your 12-year-olds over there then.
Okay,
that's all I got.
It's great. It's gonna be an awesome event.
Sorry.
It's gonna be fun. Also, I wanted to let you guys know we are still working on our project.
Are we?
It's a video project that we're working on with Virtual Country.
The Virtual Country movie.
Along the lines with Tactical Finish. We're going to be doing some fundraising coming up for that. We've got some awesome things that we're going to be raffling off in the next few months.
Yeah.
Probably a couple of pew-pews.
Just when you thought it was safe to go fundraising.
Oh, right. Go
now,
fundraise yourself.
Virtual Country is going to fund themselves.
Exactly.
And thank you for your support.
We put
in advance.
We put the A's in fundraising.
The Bronze Fonz is speaking right now. And we're back. So now,
we used to the Brown Bomber.
No,
you remember Joe Louis? He used to hit him with the left and the right, the uppercut, the down below, and then he'd get him right in the, the little canicas.
Grandma,
Woo!
Grandma, don't you ever have something
what
ridiculous to say?
No, I like to bring the positivities because, I'm positive that y'all aren't very good and you really need me. So I'm here and that's what I do and that's what I'm... Oh, look at this, a drink. Ooh,
no,
look.
That's not yours. That's not yours.
You remember when they had the moonshine, they used to put the jug on their shoulder behind them and then they kind of go, ooh, ooh.
I know.
And they sip it a little bit. But I don't do that. I don't sip a little bit. I like a lot, Hito.
I know.
Oh, thank you.
We know.
Oh, thank you.
Ever since...
Oh, wait, hang on. Shh,
ever
shh,
since...
Wait, be quiet. I'm drinking.
Ever since you bit Blusty Glamp's nipple, it hasn't been the same.
I didn't bite it, Hito.
Stop drinking.
I was just chewing on it for a little bit.
Whatever.
But, it got me thinking, sometimes you have, things that you do and you don't know what you're doing and then you just kind of like drinking, right?
I guess.
Okay, so back to me. Let's talk about a little bit of this fundraising.
Okay.
Okay, I like to raise hell, but, if you don't want to raise funds, whatever. You raise whatever you want to do. You can jack it up.
Raise a chicken and raise a goat and
Okay.
raise the kids. And
No. So, wait, I was going to ask you, remember last year we were going to try to do the Halloween costume contest and we didn't get to do it?
I don't remember.
Right, okay. So, anyway, back to me. So, I was thinking I better start getting ready because it's almost, Octubre. Pero, Halloween's coming, so I thought maybe I could go as a witch. And then they say, well, which one are you? And I say, I don't know. I'm
Oh,
just
my
I'm a man. I don't know.
I hope it's something more appropriate because last year you went as Dia de los Vergas.
No, it's more than one day. Ooh, it's
that's
every
enough.
day. It's
That's
every
enough.
day, Hito. Ooh, shit.
So what are you doing?
Oh, yes, I'm fine. How are you?
No. Who are you going as?
Okay, yes, I'm going as soon as I can because I got to hurry up and make my costumbre.
Yes, what costume?
Okay,
Grandma?
Hito, why do you come down? Why you always trying to rush?
Because we got a show
No,
here.
no, we got all day, Hito.
Okay,
I'm
Super
always
Granny.
here for you. You
I
just
heard
call
that
my
you're going to
name.
make your own costume. What are you going as for Halloween?
Oh, yes. I'm going to go as a burrito.
A what?
A burrito, Hito. You know, a burrito.
So you... Okay, so what are you going to do? You're going to make this big tortilla blanket and you're going to wrap yourself in it?
Hito, what are you talking about?
burrito.
Uno burrito. The little thing. He got the big ears, and then you put the tail on me,
Oh,
and
a
then I go
burro,
hijo,
a
hijo.
donkey.
Yes, he said hijo.
No, it doesn't say
Hijo.
Okay, so that kind of burrito. Okay,
Yes, a little one. I'm gonna go as a little burrito.
gotcha.
Hijo.
Okay.
Yes,
I figured a burrito would have been better.
Am I still speaking English? I don't even know. What am I
whatever.
talking about here? Why am I here?
What is Blesta going as?
Oh, he's going as long as he can.
Okay.
Maybe 3 minutes.
We're going to go now.
Okay.
Can
Well,
we
I'll
get
see you later. Can I take one of these drinks? Okay,
No.
that's a bottle of
Give
Mountain
it-
Dew.
oh,
Oh, yes. It's me and Blester are gonna have a few of these.
Goni,
Ooh, yes.
Goni, get back at your mic. Grandma! Get back at your mic. Ladies and gentlemen, boy, girls, we lose control every single week, but we are here. We are back for you.
Wait a minute. All I heard was burrito, and I come back and there's 2 tortillas and it looks like a can of beans stuck
Let's
to
hope.
the mic.
Let's hope those are beans.
To the microphone. I know. What the? And where's my drink?
Goni,
What the hell?
let's not worry about it. Let's not worry about Halloween either, because that's going to be a wash. Actually, I'll be saving the world that day, so it's going to be okay. Can we get back to our show?
Oh wow, we're still doing that, aren't we?
Hey.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that. My God.
Ba-da-dum-bum-ba.
Oh yeah,
Let's
baby.
go.
Oh yeah.
That reminds me of the NFL.
Oh yeah.
Easy come, easy go.
Out of sight, baby.
All right.
Oh yeah.
That sounds like something virtual country would do, huh?
Sweet sounds of sexy yacht rock, baby.
Probably not. Okay. So
Out of
what
sight,
are we
baby.
what do we got going on?
Woo! So anyway, you'll hear that song at the Roundup on October 7th.
Very cool.
And so we're gonna have a great time. Well, we're also wanted to talk a little bit about the NFL. You know, had a couple of games. Well, 16 games this past weekend. Cowboys did their thing as usual. Drubbed somebody that they should beat. You know, it's cool. It's strange. They were like the first week played the Giants. Oh, it's a division opponent. You know, we beat them 40-0, and they're like, yeah, but it's just the Giants. Just wait till y'all play. Excuse me, the Jets
Or Kennedy.
and then freaking Aaron Rodgers gets hurt. So it's like, okay, well, they don't have Aaron Rodgers, so they should beat him. So when they only beat him 30-10, it's like, oh, well, they should have beat him 60-10.
Yeah.
So
just,
it
just
doesn't-
wait till mid-season, right after their bye week, when they play the unbelievable Burbank Bulldogs. I can't wait.
I'm very interested in seeing how they're going to progress. Would you just say, from the bye week, I'm very interested in that? So would that make me bi-curious?
No, that probably would, but
There's other things that make me bi-curious, let's be honest.
I am afraid for this team.
Why? In a good way or a bad way?
In a bad way. I can't help but think, well, it's in the back of my head. It's in the back of everybody's minds. Something is going to happen.
What's going to happen? Is it going to be an
playoffs-
injury?
The playoffs. the playoffs. They're gonna
look. I'm good. I'm good with that.
I don't want them to. I love Dallas, but
look, I'm not.
Season after season, I've loved to hate them.
Yeah, I know. I get it. You know, because you like the Carolina Panthers, so you follow
love
them.
The Carolina Panthers. Thank you, Carolina, for giving the Saints
20-17
a record.
I mean, I get
2-0 at the beginning of the season.
I get it. You know, the Carolina Panthers, they've been so up and down ever since Cam left. It's been kind of like one of those, they've been looking for a leader, and then they go out and draft Bryce Young, and he's 0-2, but let's be honest, he's a rookie, and with the way they structure the pay scale for the rookies now,
right,
you can't let him sit for a couple of years behind a veteran and pay him $15 million to sit there and do nothing,
or sit there and break his ass.
You just throw him out there, because that's what happened to Peyton Manning. Nobody remembers, as great as he ended, Peyton Manning, his first 2 years, I think he only won a few games.
Oh, dude!
And he did. Everybody's like, "Well, dude, is he?"
He barely beat Longfellow Middle School.
Almost. It was Fannin. Elementary.
Okay, my bad.
But a lot of people forget that he started as a rookie and he was not good, and it took him a couple of years to get going. I mean, last year, you know, the anomaly of freaking Brock Purdy, the last person drafted.
That's Monopoly.
Exactly. Takes the freaking 49ers, you know, all the way to the NFC Championship game. As a nobody, the last person drafted. He's like the third or fourth person in line to be quarterback, and they still did it. So you have to understand.
How dare you? We were nobodies at one time.
Yeah, and now we're somebody.
Yeah, because Super Granny would always say, "Give him a chance," or something like that.
Yeah. So sometimes you have to give yourself a chance. Sometimes you have to give yourself the chance, and
or maybe the chance.
Oh, hate the
what? You know what? I'm gonna go as a chance for Halloween.
Are you gonna just have like a question with the Monopoly board?
Might as well
on your face.
Might as well. Okay.
I'm going to go as Marvin Gardens.
Marvin Gaye. Marvin Gardens. You've got the gay part.
I'm just going to I'm going to paint a yellow stripe across my forehead, and then I'm going to have, you know, a hotel and a house on me. I'll go as a Monopoly board. I'll just
that sounds
I'm
like
Marvin Gardens, Hita.
That's something Bob Odom would dress up as.
Let's get it on.
Love you, Bob. Okay. So now that you've talked about costumes, can we get somebody to email us and tell us?
Yeah, why not?
What you're going to wear?
Look here, Brussels.
Come on.
Give us a shout out at truebullvirtualcast@yahoo.com. Just give us an email. Let us know what you're going to be wearing.
Can you spell True Bull?
Hey, remember that time you sent that text to Tracy Jones? Hey, what are you wearing? But it wasn't Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's the same thing that I sent to the mayor. And I'll have you know.
Right, and then the chief sent you to HR.
I
was only asking him what he was
going
to wear.
That was Henry Revis's house.
I was trying to ask them what they're going to wear for Halloween.
Okay.
First off, you never said anything about Halloween, and second off, it was March. Okay. So, and third off, you texted right after that. It was 3 a.m. and you said, "Oh, P.S. I'm drunk."
Yes, it was 3 a.m. I must be lonely.
Yeah, and asking him which way you put the butt plug in, not cool.
Can we
not
get
cool.
a proper spelling of our email so people can get it out there?
Exactly.
TRU?
TRUBUL.
Okay.
Virtual, VIRTUAL. Cast, CAST.
Get back in here. Get back in here.
Slamale mucho.
At Yahoo or at Gmail at what?
At yahoo.com.
At Yahoo. Okay.
So True Bull Virtual Cast at yahoo.com. Virtual Cast is exactly as spelled.
Just get
TRU.
the emails running because you get a prize pack.
Exactly.
If you send us an
when
email.
You send it,
send us an email.
Thank you, Brussels. And also Tracy Jones, thank you for your email. Send us an email. We want to know what you're wearing for Halloween too. And we also want to know what John Fest is wearing. Is he still wearing his festival?
No, he's wearing those dirty paint T-shirts since I haven't printed any for him.
Bring me my brown pants.
Love you, Mr. Sponsor.
Brown Striker. Yeah, we want to thank all of our sponsors. Tactical Finish.
Yeah, do.
Our naming sponsor, along
Jeremy
with
Wanneberger.
Jeremy Wanneberger. First Due Lawn Care.
Yeah, thank you.
Redline Guns, Josh Downs. Thank you guys for all of your support, everything that you've done for us. We really appreciate it. Oh, I did want to tell you about the NFL. Did you hear about the news that there's been talks between the XFL and the USFL about a possible merger?
I did, and I have questions on that. Now, if this merger were to happen, would it start immediately?
Well, they'll have to decide. They'll have to decide if they're going to merge and
sideways
make it all, and put all their teams together. Are there only certain teams going to make it? Are they going to expand it? Because I think USFL was like, XFL is just new. It's not gonna. It's niche. It's not gonna happen. And then USFL was so good and so successful, and Rock was just like getting sponsor after sponsor.
XFL's got a lot of backing though.
Right.
Come on, Hulk.
And USFL has some backing as well. But it's like then you got to get together. Okay, well, what rules are we going to keep? What are we going to change? How are we going to merge that? I've got an idea though.
Well, so you got to have an idea because with the writers' strike, nobody's going to know how to write these policies.
God
right?
dang right.
Okay.
See, my idea is kind of loosely based on the English Premier League soccer in England.
Oh, football.
Right, football. The original football.
Football.
So what they do is, each league usually has between 20 and 25 teams.
Right.
And
20. Okay.
Yeah, so the top tier league is, the Premier League. So they are in that top league, but the bottom two teams in that league, they get demoted to the second tier league, and the top two teams from the second tier league go up to the English Premier League. So I think
is this still the entire thing under the umbrella of USFL?
Well, if once the USFL and XFL merge, that could be the second tier of the NFL.
Okay. I got you.
It would have to be them getting together and then getting together with the NFL and saying, hey, let's merge, but not have 50 teams. Let's have 32 teams in the NFL, have 25 teams maybe in the second tier. And then, but here's where it gets good. Because you know how at the end of the year, all these teams are like, well, our record is 2-13. And the other person says we're 1-14. So if we lose this next game, we can get the first pick in the draft.
Okay.
So no more tanking, because if you're the last team in the league, you don't get the first pick. You get put down into the second tier.
Yikes.
The first NFL team, the 32 teams, they have their draft. And then after that draft, then you get the supplemental draft with everybody left.
So is there to be just two divisions?
At first. It's
Okay.
going to be. And then
so
they'll
say, what would happen to Houston? You got the Gamblers, and then you have the Roughnecks on the XFL side.
Exactly. It's got built-in rivalries, but you're not going to play them because they're in a second tier. If they move up, then yes.
Okay.
Then you would have two teams from the same city playing, and that's our way, as San Antonio has an XFL team, that would be our way of finally jumping up and getting into the NFL.
If anybody out there is listening, is there anybody out there?
Mother,
Please
do you think I'll
find
write this song?
Find Hulk and find
somebody
Jim
get the Hulk.
Rome and see if what Goonie just told you has any plausibility.
Viability?
I don't think I can say plausible.
I don't know. It's
Is
not
it
viable.
doable?
The other thing, because you know how NFL wants to go global.
You could be a commissioner.
Thank you.
Screw this podcast.
NFL wants to be global, right?
All right.
So what's the best way to become global? It's not to just show your games all over the world.
Yeah,
but it's
you make some of the best fried chicken you can.
Exactly.
Hurrah.
And then you have teams all over the world. Okay. So instead of doing it with the NFL, you do it with the XFL, USFL merged unit, whatever they become.
Right.
And you have a team in Mexico, a couple of teams in Mexico, a couple of teams in Canada, a couple of teams in Germany, Spain.
At least one
England,
in Brussels.
One in Brussels.
Yeah.
So you become international that way.
Okay.
And everybody in England and France and Germany, because they have all their leagues, they would understand the tier system better because they're used to it in soccer. So they would understand it coming into football. Hey, we have a chance to go into the big leagues and play with the big boys in the NFL. All we have to do is get better and win our league.
And you're in the World Football Federation.
Yeah, and exactly. Federation of World Football. Whatever you want to call it, but it's the NFL, NFL Premier League, something like that. And then you have second tiers, third tiers, and it grows as you add more teams.
Or It can be football around the globe.
Yes, but since
Wait, what? No, not football around globe. Sorry about that. We're not going to use that one.
no, we can't call it that. No football around globe. F-A. No.
All right.
Yeah.
I think we've beaten a dead mouse.
Oh, but the good thing was, since the world is flat, we don't have to worry about going around the world.
Sorry,
it's just
Pluto.
over
Pluto,
the world.
look away, Pluto.
Over the world, back and forth.
Okay, that's good.
So yeah, I know.
So we could just flip flop and watch whatever we want.
I went a little long on that, but I really like the.
That's what she said.
I kind of like that putting different leagues into it. It might work.
Wow. That was probably one of the most informative and yet underrated and unprovoked interview we just had with Craig.
Undeserved. Thank you. We didn't get to talk about it last week.
Okay.
But I did want to bring up the 9/11 tower climb that we were part of on the 11th. Dally, our nephew, did the climb.
Dally is his nickname. His name is Dallas Menchaca the Ninth.
Yeah.
Which just sounds royal to me.
Iljanovic.
All right, go ahead.
But he did the tower climb, and he was wasn't sure if he could make it. And he made it all the way up and down and all the way up again and down again.
And then he fell half the way.
Yeah, and so I went and picked them up, him and Josh Taylor.
After he fell?
Okay. They finished it. We were doing the DJ at the after party at
Thanks
Alamo
a lot,
Beer.
Josh.
Thank you to Eugene and to Felicia over at Alamo Beer. We're hoping to do a couple of more events with them, maybe taking over their trivia night or loteria night. Trying to do something like that, but we want to do some fundraising with them too.
We just don't give Alamo Beer enough credit. They have been bending over backward to help us out, to help the Menchacas, and then Felicia turns around and she's just friends with everybody, and she is so cool.
Yeah.
And Eugene, owner, operator, and all-around CEO of the place.
He says his two favorite events that he holds every year is the 9/11 Tower Climb and the St. Baldrick's in March.
So we just cornered the market.
Raising money for children's cancer. So if you're raising money for children's cancer and you're raising money for the September 11th fund, I mean, that's something you can get behind. And so that's what we're trying to do with Virtual Country. We're trying to create a way of getting our things done and raising funds, not only for us, but also for other projects through the Super Granny
nonprofit for supergranny.org, and for
so much
for virtual clothing. When the winter months come in, we collect clothing and serve downtown and feed the homeless and the hungry.
So
also help clothe them too. So this is a long and drawn out, and goes over time all the time. We don't have to toot our own horn. We just need your help to toot it for us.
Right. And also share our episodes whenever you can. Share them with your friends. If they listen and like it, awesome. If they listen and don't like it, that's also awesome. But we always appreciate when you share our podcast links. Because you never know.
If you're Super Granny, you're chairing.
Yes, I was on the chair. I was chairing all my money, and then I ate some chicken. And then I didn't know what to do. I had the chicken on the chair.
I know what you had to do, Super Granny.
Chair your chicken.
You have to mention the Texas.
There's more drinks. Oh, yes.
Just mention the Texas. Grandma, mention the Texas Musicians Network, would you? And then you can leave.
Oh yes, I want to tell you about the Texas Musicians Network. That Julian Escobedo. Oh, he's a man. He's all right. I always see him in the pictures with he's got the helmet on. He's riding the bike. He's going fast. He's going so fast. I was like, why did he get a fall over? He said he went like 50 minutes. He went like 7 miles. I was like, I can drive a lot faster than that in 50 miles. Pero you want to take a bike? Go ahead. I don't care. I mean, I got better things to do than do that. Pero Julian, he's doing a great thing with the Texas Musicians Network. He's got over 10,000 people. Musicians. And
Are you serious? Is that truth or bull, Grandma?
Yes, if I'm lying, I'm not. So anyway, he posts where he's going to play. He posts what he's doing. He posts what's, if anybody needs help with another band. So go to Texas Musicians Network on Facebook and say, I like it. Ooh, yes. And then you click on it, and then I guess something happens. I don't know. I'm not good with the inserios and the intranets. I like the instruments, but not the intranet.
Wow.
Okay, thank you.
Super Granny, that is actually the most valid thing you've said all year.
Hito, what the hell are you talking about?
Okay, we're
you
going to
don't call me valid. I'm not invalid. You don't know. No, I'm out of here.
On behalf of a grateful Nemo,
Pito.
Thank you, tape recorder.
Puto. And that's right.
Okay.
I'm out of here. Forget
Bye-bye.
Forget this.